Good morning, everybody. So nice to see you. Good morning, Sly. I see you first in numero uno. And there is lovely L3 right on Sly's tail. How are you doing? Oh, Karen Miller, good morning. So I actually want to say it's 8:30. I missed it yesterday with the new time. I was 8:31 or 32. So it is 8:30 a.m. Puerto Vallarta time. It is so nice to see you back here at Puerto Vallarta right now with me, Brent Lane. Nice to see you. Always got the ticker rolling on the bottom. It's going to give you the exchange rates. It's going to give you the weather. It's going to give you an airport status report, sponsor information. I put all kinds of stuff in there every day for you. Maybe a surprise every now and then as well. Welcome to July 9th. It is low season. Good morning, bright and early, Melissa. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're in the midst of it. It is low season. This is the time when us full-timers really buckle down, and some of us really enjoyed this time of year. The restaurant lines are lower, the pace is a little slower, the traffic's a little bit less here or there. It's definitely hotter, but by the time I'm done with low season, I'm ready for high season right on time. And then we do high season for 6 months or so. And then I'm like, man, I really do miss low season. It's just a nice changer. It's like the seasons. Okay. So once again, this is the show time for right now, 8:30 a.m. There's a bit of construction going on above the studio. And I'm always looking for your comments. Even if you're not watching this live, what do you think about the 8:30 slot? I mean, yes, it's earlier for me, but it's actually fine. So like if yesterday viewership was definitely lower, and I think that's going to be an adoption process if we stay with this time. But do you like it better? Do you wish it was back at 10 a.m. Puerto Vallarta time? Do you like actually having coffee at coffee time? Speaking of, what's that? Do you hear it? I hear it.
Hey, clink those cups, let's wake again. Sip the truth with a little grin. Coffee time, let the news roll in. Steam's up, sun's out. Puerto Vallarta, let's talk it.
I'm in an extra dancy mood today. Thank you. Cheers to you too, lovely L3. Parking spots are available. GW Green, I see you. Good. And good morning to you. So again, let me know what you think about 8:30. I really didn't get any comments yesterday, but I would say based upon the lower viewership, I think some folks are still trying to figure it out. Good morning, Lori. I see you. Oh, thanks, Karen. Appreciate it. So let's see how it goes. Now, also, let's see. We had a lovely dinner last night. I don't think our friends are on right now, but they'll see it later. Lovely dinner, catching up with our friends at one of our favorite. I mean, I don't even know if I qualify this as just the marina yet, but Vina and Salvatore's wine bar is just such a special place. The owner, Salvatore, is just freaking just an amazing human. He'll stand at your table and talk with you if you want. He's a sommelier. He's got so many stories about his 40 plus years in Puerto Vallarta. Again, if you're in the marina area and you're looking for excellent pizza, no sponsorship here. Listen, this is honest. I think Salvatore and his team do an amazing job. His staff does an amazing job. Vina and Salvatore's in the marina. God, we had a good time there. So thank you. And great seeing our friends last night as well. Yeah, maybe 9 a.m. might be good too. So 8:30 to 9 when the construction's over. So not quite back to 10, but maybe a combo. I don't know. What does everybody else think? Again, viewership is a little low right now. I think A, I went on vacation, and B, well, the construction and the time change is a little bit tricky for some. But thank you for your feedback, Sly. I really do appreciate that. And Chandra as well. Thank you. Also, as I frequently ask for viewer mail. And every now and then at pvrnmx@gmail.com, I get some. I usually talk about viewer mail at the end. I don't even know, oh, there it is, viewer mail. Let's talk about it. So, hey, I got a piece of viewer mail by one of my very frequent viewers. And so a big shout out to Mark Hartman. Thank you so much for your viewer mail. And honestly, sometimes it's just a bit of encouragement. And he just sent me out a nice note, and I'm going to paraphrase it. He said, just thanks so much for what you do. He greatly enjoys the program, obviously. He's there almost daily. And he went ahead to let me know that his rehearsals, because he is a musical artist here in the Puerto Vallarta and world, that he's busy at that time, so he's going to have to catch it on replay. You know what? The show's never a requirement, but hey, thanks for the note. I'm glad you're catching it when you can. He'll be watching the replays. And he did make a quick comment about the commentary I had a few days ago. And yeah, John, thanks. Yeah, Salvatore is so great. And he left a message about the commentary I did a couple days ago regarding perspective and social media and some of these circles I get caught up in. I'm sure you do as well. He just said, as to your commentary, I agree, and I wish you much peace and happiness in going forward. It's so much nicer without wading into the online, I think he says molasses. It's just a jungle out there. And he says, best, Mark. So thank you, Mark Hartman. A big shout out for you for just sending me some viewer mail. I do enjoy that. So thanks. All right, let's jump into the news. Man, we were all over the place this morning, but let's do it. So we're jumping out first. I'll always try to do this always at the beginning, but there is what Puerto Vallarta looked like at about 7:30 this morning. It's a lovely day out, nice little clouds. Looking good, PV. I give you a little different perspective today, but those clouds coming over the mountain are just something special, no doubt. So let's move forward into some news. Uh-oh, that's out of order. That is not correct. Oh, it is correct. There we go. Sometimes I talk to myself. It is hard being your own producer, board man, script writer. Enough about me, but it's tricky sometimes to hit the right button. So I'm glad you guys work with me on that. But the state of Jalisco recorded a tourism economic impact of about 11.5 billion, that's right, billion pesos during the 2026 World Cup tournament matches so far. State Strategic Growth Coordinator and the Tourism Secretary delivered the final data assessment, noting that the global sports event spurred historic visitor numbers, higher average hotel occupancy, tariffs, and unprecedented regional promotional benefits. The logistical benefits extended well beyond the official host matches in Guadalajara, metropolitan area, and Jalisco, and expanding hotel stays and consumer spending across Puerto Vallarta as well, and the state's surrounding interior towns. Airport operations in the region logged their highest volume in June, since June on record, marking an exact 6% surge in total passenger arrivals compared to the identical timeline in 2025. Nice to see there's a little boost there. The news has been down for a while. Media tracking organizations documented 39,700 national press badges and 5,554 international publications featuring positive mentions of Jalisco. Thank you for those. And an estimated media placement value of over 4 billion pesos domestically. All right, so there's a lot of numbers in there, like the Spanish news and our local Mexican news generally has. I usually edit that out, but I'm still getting used to this morning time slot too. So I will say it was a big boost. I'm glad to see some positive news got out there. This is the kind of stuff we need to share. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, but I'm glad to hear the international press loved us. It's like the stories you hear in the USA about the people coming there and they're having a good time, and the people in Canada and the people here. Sadly, all the host countries are out of the World Cup now, so we're just not covering it that much anymore. All right, next up, let's talk about some changes regarding animals and animal cruelty here at Puerto Vallarta. But first, I need a quick sip of coffee because I am blazing fast this morning. Boom! Did you know I actually keep a note up during my show that says, don't talk too fast? You'd think I don't have that because I know sometimes I catch myself. I need every now and then for y'all to be like, whoa. So I'm going to try to slow down just a little bit. We're not in a race here. Okay, so moving on to our second story today. The Puerto Vallarta Animal Welfare Department has implemented stricter enforcement protocols and enhanced punitive measures to combat regional cases of domestic pet neglect and animal abuse. Under the updated regulatory framework, municipal authorities are authorized to issue financial administration fines reaching a maximum threshold of 80,000 pesos against individuals found liable for severe physical mistreatment or irresponsible ownership conditions. Local inspections teams have increased structural monitoring following a rise in community reports regarding animals left without sufficient shelter, food, or sanitary upkeep. To address ongoing complaints, city officials highlighted two primary operational channels for residents to file official animal welfare complaints, operating through the Animal Control and Health Center during weekly business hours or directly through emergency dispatch services right at 911, just like, all the countries we came from or here. So municipal green patrol units are authorized to intervene in neighborhoods where pet owners refuse to clear domestic properties or provide adequate medical care. The administration continues to channel a portion of municipal fine revenues into funding localized free pet sterilization. We talk about that on the show quite often when they pop up, but not every time because they are going on quite often, to manage the community animal populations. That I will definitely give a quick clap for. I'll give you a non-coffee cam cheers. I'm happy to see that. It is definitely a reputation that people have in Mexico. There is a bit more of animal cruelty or neglect here culturally. But I'm glad to hear that you can pick up the phone, you can call 911, report where it's at, or find the Green Patrol. If you ever need more information about that, just hit me up on an email. I'll find you all the exact data you need to report that. Let's not let these animals who can't speak for themselves just suffer. And let's be responsible adults and do something good for the animal population here. Okay. Moving on to our next story. This is actually from the set over at CPS News, where I do the Monday evening news. If you haven't caught me, that's the televised news I do every Monday night. It's a 1-hour program where I am the co-anchor with Jesse. Just throwing a little shout out there. But on the show recently, not my show, but a show there, political figure Geraldine Ponce has called for a comprehensive structural overhaul of the marketing models utilized by our neighboring coastal municipalities, arguing that contemporary travelers naturally perceive the region as a single destination. So this is interesting. Let me read a little bit more of that. And I agree with you, Karen, 100%. That's good news for them for sure. So what does this mean? So speaking on regional promotional strategies, Ponce outlined a plan to relaunch synchronized promotional structures between Bahia de Banderas, that's to the north, if y'all, there we go, that's to the north, and Puerto Vallarta right here to amplify the competitive market stance on both national and international levels. The objective is to construct an integrated framework that looks beyond traditional beachfront properties to incorporate nearby interior communities and rural mountain attractions as well. So this initiative aims to address severe infrastructural differences that exist immediately across the federal highway boundaries, where luxury resort developments stand close to neighborhoods lacking basic water and lighting infrastructure. Ponce emphasized that collaborative marketing agreements must serve to distribute incoming economic benefits into underdeveloped residential zones rather than concentrating profits solely on the coastal hotel sectors. The realigned model will require structured coordination between the State Department, municipal governments, and private tourism operators to ensure infrastructure development matches commercial growth. Okay, so interesting. Let's see how that turns out. This is just one we're going to have to monitor. I'm not 100% sure if we'll see these things happen, if it's just talk to give good favor. I just don't know on that one. That one's one of those stories that's just going to have to keep developing to see how they really can do that. I understand the cross marketing, instead of like travel to Puerto Vallarta or travel to Bahia, which would be like Punta de Mita, call this area like they have the Riviera and Nayarit or those areas, maybe some like community, like combined area. I don't know. I'm good at marketing, but I'm not good at marketing Mexico hotel zones. All right, so we'll move on. All right, in our last actual story today, this is one I was going to cover a day or so ago, but we got cut off. But this is a nice, uplifting, positive story that I thought would be fun for the show. The Puerto Vallarta Municipal Council held a formal assembly inside the City Hall legislative chambers to present official civic commendations to local sports competitors for outstanding international athletic achievements. The municipal government recognized local athletes, and there's a bunch of names here, and so I'm not going to go through each one of them, but he for securing gold medals during the historic competitive performances. These two athletes represented Mexico on the global stage at the 2026 World Down Syndrome Championship Tournament, which was held in Bulgaria. So this is a story I actually talked about a week ago on CPES News. This was really uplifting, and that's some really nice video too, handing out the medals to the athletes and just how awesome they were, and the gold's coming back to Mexico. So the formal ceremony included city council members, family members, and local sports representatives who gathered to observe the presentation of the official certificates. Municipal officials stated that these athletic achievements highlight the critical importance of maintaining public funding for localized adaptive sports training programs and accessible municipal athletic centers. God, I love this story. The administration affirmed its commitment to expanding local infrastructure to ensure regional athletes possess the necessary training resources to prepare the future of international tournaments and keep them going. So nicely done to the Down syndrome and all the athletes and all the different types of athletes here in our area. And I'm glad they have some recognition. And if you didn't see the photo, let me pump that up for you just a little bit so you can see it. Yeah, there they all are, looking super happy and getting their gold medal. So those are all the gold medal and all just all the athletes of Puerto Vallarta. So younger athletes of Puerto Vallarta. So nicely done. I'll give you an absolute cheers for your bravery and athletic prowess. Love it. All right. Once again, if you have any thoughts about this time slot, thank you, Melissa. I love it too. Let's hear about it in the comments anytime. Even if you're on replay, I go in, I check the comments all day. Please, especially at this critical time, please continue to share this show, talk about this show. If you loved the commentary I did a few days ago, even though I know the second half of the show had to be cut off, those 10 to 11 minutes, I think, speak to many of us, not just me. And I'm hoping you love, the take that I do on the news. It's obviously the real news. It's not all positive. We had a bunch of critical stories yesterday, but I do try to just kind of ease that way just a little bit because we all get our share of negativity on social media. So as we're going away today till tomorrow, and don't forget, tomorrow is Casual Friday. We go a little bit more unscripted and a little bit more laid back and fun. I do want to remind you, if today you're a first timer, hit the bell in the corner, subscribe to the channel, and definitely don't just go with the default notifications. This is for everybody. Click notifications all, and you'll know when the show is coming up, just in case you don't see that little pop-up on YouTube. And of course, last but not least, as Mark did this morning, send me an email. If you got something you want to chat about and you don't feel like typing it in on the show, please send me some viewer mail. I read it, obviously. You might get a shout out if you're okay with that. Maybe indicate so in there. I would love talking about you and talking about that. And Don Diego, how are you? I don't think I've seen you here. So good morning. You caught it just at the end. And thank you so much for telling me you enjoy the program. Please share it with your friends and your family. And of course, please do subscribe at the bottom and hit notify all. Nice to see you. I'd love to see new people on the show. Good morning to you, Don Diego. And absolutely thank you, everybody else who joined in. I know the time change and coming off of vacation is a little bit tricky, but you guys did it. I did it. We'll figure out what time this is going to be together because this isn't my show. This is ours. But with that, I've babbled long enough. I didn't drink enough coffee through the show, but it's okay because it's time to go. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Again, Casual Friday tomorrow. Put on your robe, grab your slippers, grab some coffee, and let's ease into a Friday before the weekend. Have a great one, everybody. Take care, and I'll talk to you mañana.